Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here tonight. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Melissa Mills. I am the North Central Family Support Coordinator for Connecticut Family Support Network. If you are not familiar with Connecticut Family Support Network, we are a statewide nonprofit organization, and we support families with special needs and special healthcare needs from birth right through the lifespan. And all of our programming is free for families. And not only am I a family support coordinator, but I'm also the parent of two young adults with special needs. And I understand how stressful it is to try and find summer programming for our community. So I'm super excited to bring you the information that we have tonight. Some of our presenters were unable to make the scheduled date. However, what's amazing is I was able to get all of that information and I am going to share it on their behalf. Just keep in mind before we get into the camps is that this workshop is meant to be just a sampling of what's available in our region. It is not a comprehensive list. It's just to start getting you thinking about summer and summer programming for our kids. So keeping that in mind, let's go ahead and get started. I'm super excited to have Danny Brown with us. She is with West Hartford Park and Leisure. Danny, go right ahead, please.
Good evening, everyone. Again, my name is Danny Brown. I am the Inclusion Support and Special Needs Coordinator for the town of West Hartford. My position, I basically do programming for adults and children with special needs, and I also help supervise two special needs camps for the summer, and I help parents who would like their children to go to mainstream camps in the town of West Hartford um, provide their children with one-to-one so they can also be successful in a mainstream camp. What I'm going to touch on tonight is my two special needs camps. Um, if you give me a moment, I will share my screen. Hold on. Can everyone see that?
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
Okay, so this is my first camp. It is Beachland Adventures. The camp ages are from 6 to 22. This is our multi-disability camp. Um, so we have children who have ADHD with behaviors that can't necessarily be in a mainstream camp. It's too large of a population for them. Um, we have kids with Down syndrome, Angelman syndrome, autism from all spectrums. This camp we provide one-to-ones for. And we also have a nurse that is on duty, as you can see from the flyer. We do swimming, arts and crafts, music, and sports. It also coincides with the West Hartford um, extended school year program. So that is why it is from 12:30 to 4:30. So children go to school first and then they come to us in the afternoon. So they can still have a full day of activities as they were in school, but at least half of it is more pleasurable for them. Um, so for residents of West Hartford, the fee is only $275 a week. For non-residents, the fee is $450. It is very pricey. However, every child has a one-to-one, and there is a registered nurse on duty for those children who have medical fragile needs or just need medication throughout in the afternoon. They are able to get it as well. So the typical day is they don't really show up at 12:30 because the kids are normally getting out at 12:30 from our ESY program. They come around 12:45. They would have lunch. while they're having lunch and waiting for other campers to come, the staff, they decide whether they're going to have either they'll have a game out, they'll have arts and crafts out, or some of them just want individual time, meaning they want to go play on the playground until it's pool time. They have pool time from about 1:30 to 2:30, depending on the day. If it's hot, and they usually stay until 3 or 3:30. On inclement weather days, when we have potentials for thunderstorms, we try to get them inside before that, and our inside location is at Bristow Middle School. However, um, it always doesn't work that way. I've had a couple of instances where it's not supposed to rain until after 4 and it rains at 3:55, or so the children just kind of hunker down in the pool area, and I let parents know that, hey, if you want to come pick up early, you can do that. Um, so they have pool time. Then after pool time, they might do a game, arts and crafts, or again, individualized time, um, where they can go to the playground, or if they need more swim time because they have a higher need of sensory um, output, we keep them in the pool as long as we can. We also have a splash pad at Beachland Park that they can also go to as well. And then we also have, hold on, I have to stop sharing that. Okay, so we also have the Beachland CIT camp. This is something new that we started this year. We used to just have a regular teen camp, but a lot of the kids that go to the CIT camp, well, all of the kids that go to the CIT camp are higher functioning children that have aged out of our regular West Hartford Leisure Services programs, but their parents still want them to have some kind of a camp experience. Um, and a lot of them wanted to learn how to be counselors in training. And we used to add it in to the group, like as something to do during the camp. But because there were so many of them, I said, well, why don't we just change it to a CI teen camp? So they will have different experiences. They'll learn how to build leadership. We're having them be responsible for like maybe creating a game for the Beachland Adventures Camp because they will be attached to them. Um, Creating a game, creating an arts and crafts, doing a group, whatever group activity they probably will be responsible for. We also have weekly Friday community outings where we sometimes go to the movies. We sometimes go to the plaza that's in front of um, Beachland, which is Elmwood Plaza, and they can do like a day, like a afternoon at Rita's. Go to Elmwood Bakery. We do a big lunch at the end where we go to Beachland Tavern to have lunch. Um, what I normally do with the kids is just to give them some life skills in the process of camp because sometimes they um they need to keep those life skills up. We give them a certain amount. Like if we go to like Rita's, I'm like, okay, the amount that you can spend is $8. Look at the menu and see what you can get for $8. But also we have what we call Miss B's bucks, which are my money. So if they do something, if like say if they're doing a task and they complete their task and they fill out their timesheet the way they're supposed to, because again, these are all life skills that they're going to have to learn how to use when they get a real job. I give them Miss B's bucks at the end of the week too, that they could also use with the $8 that is their regular what I pay for. So I was like, okay, so Johnny, you earn $5 more, so you have $11 that you can spend. What can you use it on? So that also teaches them about money and how to budget in a fun way where they don't really think about it because they're just excited to be outside. When we do Beachland Tavern, I give them the menu like at the beginning of the week, and they decide with their parent what they like, what they don't like, and how to order it. They practice it all week. By the time we get to the restaurant, I don't order the I don't order anything. The staff doesn't order what they want. They order it and they have the interaction with the wait staff. Um, and again, it's another fun way to teach them how to um work in the community, how to speak in the community. Um, and that ratio for that camp, because the kids are higher functioning, is a 1-to-3 ratio. So everyone doesn't have a 1-to-1. If you want to be in the CIT camp, we will do interviews, just like if you're getting a real job. Eventually, some of the kids have actually moved on and become staff at the camps. They don't necessarily, they're not necessarily 1-to-ones, but they're rec helpers, which that means they come in and they help set up our camps and help set up arts and crafts, clean up, do gophering for either the nurse or other staff there. And they get a weekly check like everyone else. Um, we also, I'm going to stop sharing that. I also do programming for the adults with special needs. So maybe once or twice a month, we do Friday night activities. It may be a dance, it may be karaoke, it may be bingo. We have maybe like for spring, summer, we have 2 outside things where we're going to go bowling and we're going to go to Cornerstone and go swimming for a night. Um, when we go bowling, everything is adaptive for them. If they need bumpers, the bumpers get put up. If they need the bowling ball holder, that gets put up. When we go to Cornerstone, there's like 2 pools there. We get one pool, which is 0 entry, so they don't have to climb down ladders or anything. And those are the things that we do with the adults. And we also have adaptive Zumba on Wednesdays. Um, I think that's all I really have to share. Um, I'm really invested in this community. I try to think of different things all the time for these kids, and adults. I've known some of the adults since they were in camp, so I have a great bond with these people as well. You can reach out to DDS if you're a part of DDS and see if they have any types of scholarships or camp funding, because I do get a lot of those in the summer. I think that's it for my spiel, and thank you for listening.
Well, if there's no other questions, Danny, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
We will present the next camp. Can everyone see that?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, thank you so much, Lena. This particular camp is the Talcott Center for Child Development. They are located in Farmington. And just a caveat, their flyer for the 2026 summer program has not been approved by marketing yet. All of the information is accurate, although some of the themes for the week may change. This particular camp is best served by campers up to age 5, so kindergarten through age 5, give or take a year. All of the information is on the flyer that I will send to you after this meeting. I'll include this in an email. But you can see that it is a very therapeutic approach. They do have group programming. They have therapeutic play group. They have therapy sessions, creative minds. The contact information is right here on the flyer. their website, thetalkwithcenter.com. Here's a sampling of the weekly themes that they did offer last season. Again, just a caveat, these may be changing. And when I receive the updated marketing information, I will certainly send it out to you. But it's a very therapeutic approach. And weekly themes include nature, superheroes, sport camp, science camp. I know in previous years they had a cooking camp. The cost for this camp is $750 per week. However, they do accept some insurances. And I can send that information out when I include it in the email. Although I do know that they do not participate with Medicaid or Husky insurance. As a parent, I can tell you that my son attended this camp as a little guy. He's 22 now, but when he was a little guy, he attended this particular camp for several summers, and it was fantastic, and we had a very good experience with them. You provide their lunch, so there's no food provided. There's no transportation provided. Just a side note, as a parent, so parent to parent, some of these may be PPT decisions also. So you can speak with your school district to see if they have any recommendations as well for camp to supplement their ESY programming. And again, I'm going to send this camp out. I'm going to include all of the camps that we talk about tonight in an email after. So you'll have all of their contact information. Okay. Can everyone see this?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. So this is HARC, Capable Kids Camp, and Camp Belova. The mission is HARC provides special needs support for a lifetime to individuals with intellectual and related disabilities and their families, so they may enjoy lives of quality, inclusion, and dignity. Capable Kids Camp services include an inclusive camp, camp activities, peer interactions, and skill building. Capable Kids Camp. It's an integrated program in collaboration with Camp Current, where children with intellectual and related disabilities from Hartford and surrounding towns participate in camp activities alongside typical peers. Camp is available to children ages 5 to 21. 6-week camp offers a fun-filled program with an emphasis on literacy, fitness, and sports. There's a $35 registration fee. The camp is free to Hartford residents. For residents of the surrounding towns, fees are based on the staff-to-child ratio. Transportation is door-to-door for Hartford residents. Others receive transport from HARC to camp and back. Highly qualified summer counselors complete a rigorous 5-day training, preparing them to work with children with disabilities. And this is a camp story that they wanted us to share. One of the campers, an older teenager, started the summer walking down the stairs at HARC, placing both feet on each step as a toddler typically does. Staff encouraged her to place one foot on each step, alternating her feet as she descended the stairs. Though hesitant and even resistant at times, she persevered each day. During the few attempts, She had a look of dread on her face as she gripped the railing for dear life. But each day, staff would walk in front of her on the stairs, encouraging her to take alternating steps, 1 foot per stair. By the end of 6 weeks, she was smoothly descending the stairs, alternating her feet with near ease. She would occasionally revert to her old habit, but when reminded, she would laugh, correct herself, and then a look of confidence and pride would wash over her face as she gracefully descended the stairs like an adult. Camp Beluga services. So they offer respite, one-on-one staffing ratio, a nurse on duty, and camp activities. Camp Beluga is a respite program for families with children with intellectual or developmental disabilities and medically complex conditions. Camp is held once a month on a Saturday from September through June. Eligible children must be residents of the greater Hartford area and between the ages of 3 and 21. There is a fee of $125 per session. However, camperships are granted on a sliding income scale and availability of funds. Camp Beluga is a respite program for families with children with IDD and medically complex conditions. Children have a 1-to-1 staffing ratio. The program is currently held once a month on a Saturday from September to June. Camp runs from 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. and it includes up to 15 children. And a camp story. When Houston was diagnosed with autism in 2017, he received birth to 3 services at Hark Stepping Stones program. It was there that I learned about the camps that Hark provided for children with special needs. Houston and Hubert Wang have attended the Hark Camp Beluga Respite program for over 5 years. We have been very pleased with their improved skills and grateful to Hark for their support, understanding, and help to special families. The boys have become very independent, improving on their interactions with friends, teachers, making arts and crafts, assisting with chores at home, and cooking simple meals. Houston and Hubert are now very cheerful and confident. For additional information on either camp, here is their contact information. And again, I will send this along in an email after our workshop this evening. Can everyone see that?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you. So this is just a little bit of information on Connecticut Family Support Network. And we've been in existence since 1998, and we've been committed to helping families of individuals with disabilities and special healthcare needs and professionals who work with them. We help them to find information, resources, and supports to improve their lives. Our vision at CTFSN is to build a community of families, self-advocates, providers, and Connecticut citizens who effectively network, communicate, collaborate, and are supported and prepared with the resources they need to achieve acceptance, inclusion, and equality. So the first camp that we'd like to share is called Camp Sloper. They are located in Southington. For your convenience, I have included the website and contact information. Again, I'm going to send this out in an email after our workshop. Ages are from pre-K to 15. Transportation is available locally. For more information on transportation, you can reach out to the camp directly. The rates are available on their website as well. The camp to counselor ratio varies per unit. They also offer several specialty camps. So Little Wanderers is pre-K is 5-to-1 ratio. The Navigators and Sloperians is K and first, and it's an 8-to-1. And then all other traditional camps, the Explorers, the Pioneers, the Rangers, Trailblazers, specialty camps like the Sport Camp, Rock Climbing Camp, Art Camp, etc., can be up to a 2-to-1. They also offer extended day options. So as early as 7 a.m. drop off and 6 p.m. pickup time. Does anyone have any questions on Camp Sloper?
No questions in the chat.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Camp Sloper also has these dates available also. So they do the full 6 weeks. And then that's an example of the themes for the weeks. Another camp we'd like to highlight is the Adaptive Sports Camp at Hospital for Special Care. This is a free 1-week adaptive sports camp for youth. It is first come, first serve. Their website is here. For 2026, this camp is being offered from July 27th through July 31st. Ages of the campers are 6 to 19. It is held at the University of St. Joseph. And transportation is the responsibility of the parent. And please reach out to the camp directly for the specific time of camp. And we've included the contact information here. So this camp is just for 1 week. Are there any other questions on this camp? Lena, any questions?
No questions in the chat.
Okay, thank you. And some of the camp activities for the adaptive sports camp will participate in basketball, bocce, creative expression, cycling, swimming, tennis, yoga. And then again, transportation is not provided. It is a free camp, and contact the camp directly for hours of operation. And then these are several ways that you can connect with us. We are on Facebook, Instagram. You can find us on YouTube. I've included our website also. Also, if you'd like to join our email distribution list, there's a link to do that also. And then I'm going to stop sharing here. There's just one more resource that I wanted to share with you. Can everyone see that?
Yes, we can see it.
Thank you, Lena. So if you go to our website, ctfsn.org, and go to the resources tab, it will bring you to our recreation and camp database. We do maintain this database continuously, so it is a working document. We do update it as we receive new information. But here is a comprehensive list of all of the summer camp and or a recreational activities. So if we look at the key here, summer camps will have a C, recreation will have the R, and then if it's a family activity, we'll denote it there also. And then it is broken down by organization in alphabetical order. The link will take you right to the website, the town that it's in, the region that it's in, and what exactly it is, if it's camp, recreation, or both. And again, this resource is updated continuously. It is a working document. Also, if you know a program that may not be on this list, you are able to submit a form in order to have us add it onto our database. And you can do that here. Okay, so those are the camps that we have highlighted for this evening. Again, I am a parent and both of my kids are now young adults, but do have special needs. And I understand how stressful it is and how cumbersome it is to try and make arrangements for summer. And it gets increasingly difficult as they age. So I'm happy to at least bring you some of the resources. It's not a comprehensive list, I understand, but hopefully it gets your mind thinking about summer. And some of the tips that I can offer as just a parent is to gather, don't maybe 3 to 5 camps so that you're not overwhelmed. Go through the website. If you think it may be a good fit for your family member, contact the camp directly, arrange for a tour, go see it yourself. To have all of those questions answered. And I cannot stress this enough because it is very difficult to find special needs camps for our community, is to start as early as possible. So when I was planning for summer for my kids, I would start as soon as the summer ended for the next season. A couple of things. Number one, because it is overwhelming. Number two, camps fill up very quickly. And some families are already booking for the next season before their child ends for that season. So the earlier that you can start is better. Well, thank you very much, everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful evening.